So AI, ladies and gentlemen, has become a big talking point within the world right now, and let's be honest, whenever we sit down and speak of AI, most of the time it's in a negative way, and I think we discuss the negatives because they clearly outweigh the very few positives that it possesses, and that's just my opinion. And whilst the future of AI looks very uncertain, we don't know what's going to happen, what is certain is how woke it has already become. You only have to look at social media posts to see how it speaks about certain individuals, policies, ideologies, and even things like religion. It almost seems like, I don't know about you guys, but it almost seems like somebody with blue hair and blue armpits is behind the screen replying to whatever question you ask it. And news is circulating right now that there could be more to this than meets the eye, and it wouldn't surprise anyone. The Biden administration is pushing to make AI woke and benefit far left agendas, a watchdog has claimed. The Biden administration is actively seeking to use artificial intelligence to promote a woke progressive ideology, with left-wing activists leading the effort, according to research from a conservative watchdog group. The American Accountability Foundation conducted research into the administration's plans for AI and is now warning in a memo that top US officials under President Biden are seeking to inject dangerous ideologies into AI systems. Under the guise of fighting algorithmic discrimination and harmful bias, the Biden administration is trying to rig AI to follow the woke left rules, AAF President Tom Jones told Fox News Digital. Biden is being advised on technology policy not by scientists but by racially obsessed social academics and activists. We're already seeing the tech firms in the world like Google under Eric Schmidt use their power to push the left's agenda. This would take the tech/woke alliance to a whole new, truly terrifying level. And look, if AI is set to become the future of the planet, this is setting a very dangerous tone. And the argument a lot of the time with AI is maybe not the software itself, but the people who are programming, installing certain things into it. If you program AI, all of AI with leftist agendas, how is that going to affect the rest of society? I think that's going to affect it, I think we can all agree, in a very bad way. It's like every walk of life now has to be installed, even AI with leftist agendas and woke ideology. And even now, if you disagree with it, you must suffer the consequences of AI. And as we go further into the future, those consequences will only get more severe. They're treating this like it's a Frankenstein situation. They're creating it, they're trying to mold it in their way, and because nobody really knows how to use AI and how it's going to develop, it might evolve into something nobody can control. And when it gets to that point, who will be to blame? It won't be the Biden administration, no, it'll be the average person, because that's always the case. It's never their fault, it's everybody else's fault. In its memo, AAF cited several examples of what it described as the administration's campaign to make AI woke. One example is the blueprint for an AI Bill of Rights released by the White House Office of Science and Technology Policy last October. The document warns of algorithmic discrimination in which AI systems treat people differently based on their race, sex, or any other characteristics, and calls for data used as part of system development or assessment to be reviewed for bias on the historical and societal context of the data. Arati Prabhakar, director of Biden's Office of Science and Technology Policy, while speaking at the Summit for Democracy in March, touted Biden's signing of an executive order the prior month that, in her words, promotes data equity and directs agencies to fight algorithmic discrimination and ensures these agencies use AI to advance equity. Right then, and here is the said individual speaking at the summit, and you'll also hear Kamala Harris give her view as one of the prominent voices also in this move all the way back in 2019. Take a listen.
And then most recently, just last month, President Biden signed an executive order that promotes data equity. It instructs agencies to focus on emerging threats such as algorithmic discrimination and automated technology. And it also tells them to make sure that their own use of AI and automated systems advances equity.
When we look also at these emerging fields and look at issues like AI, artificial intelligence, and machine learning, there is a real need to be very concerned about how being built into it is racial bias. It's a real issue, and it's happening in real time. And the thing about racial bias in technology is that unlike the racial bias that you can pretty easily, all of us can detect when you get stopped in a department store or while you're driving, the bias that is built into technology will not be very easy to detect. And so machine learning is literally that the machine is learning. And it is learning what it is being fed, which is going to be a function of who's feeding it. and what it's being fed.
So it seems like, if mainstream media, social media wasn't enough to be installed with woke ideology, AI must be thrown into the mix. And that is a very dangerous thing because, again, as we go further into the future and as technology develops, will it not just end up being a massive detriment to people who have a different opinion? And what also doesn't make sense to me is there is an argument that people make where they say, AI could erase a lot of the workforce. So not only is that going to affect the average person, but it's also going to affect the people, the communities that AI is being, molded to favor. How will AI solve that issue for them? Will AI quantify how woke somebody is and offer them benefits based on that? I don't think the Biden administration is really thinking long term with this, and this whole AI story is really just a way to control people's minds even further. I think, if they're being advised by leftist activists and people who are really upset with racism in today's world, they're only thinking short term, okay? They're not thinking long term, and the thought of people having an open debate and free thinking with even such a thing as AI scares them because people simply aren't allowed to go down that route. Everybody must think, act, walk, talk the same. And again, I don't really know what algorithmic discrimination they're on about because from what I can see, the algorithms being used in things like social media is only affecting one group of people, and that is the group of people who speak out against the current narrative and have right-wing views on the world. That seems like discrimination to me. That seems very non-inclusive. I feel really hurt by this. And as I said at the beginning, you only have to look at conversations now with certain chatbots to see what they can tell people. You ask certain chatbots, hey, can men get pregnant? And it will tell you they can. That is a very dangerous thing to say, especially, let's say, if younger generations start using AI, which I'm sure they are using AI. Is this another way they can indoctrinate youth with certain worldviews and beliefs? Maybe. I don't understand why people just can't have their own thoughts and opinions, I just can't understand why we're using AI to this extent. It's going to be a very dangerous thing for society, and I don't think people are really ready for the consequences of this software that people really don't know how to use. But that is the end of the video, ladies and gentlemen. If you have enjoyed today, then please, for me, make sure to leave a like rating. If you're new, hit that subscribe button and turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video. But until next time, until tomorrow, it has been your boy JD. Have a great day, stay safe, and I'm out. Peace.